So, thanks everyone for joining for today's Crypticorn AMA, where we are going to give you an update on all the things we have been doing in the past and what we have planned for the future. Let's get right into it. And as usual, you see I've prepared my PowerPoint presentation. Yeah, perfect. Agenda, the same as always, going over the team, the changes that we had, development parts, what is new, what is upcoming, the big marketing changes, financial changes, change of tokenomics, and finally questions on the recording. And also then for those who don't want their voice to be on the recording, we're going to stop it, and then you can ask your questions or write in the chat at any time. First of all, regarding the team, there has been a big change. Like you saw in our announcement, Sarah, as CMO left the team. That had multiple reasons. I'm not going on to that right now. And luckily, we are already having a replacement. Well, replacement might be the wrong word. It's like more than an upgrade, you can say. And that upgrade is Darren. He joined the team as new CMO. He has a very big experience in the Web3 space, but let him introduce himself to the Crypticon team and the Crypticon community, obviously.
Sure. First of all, thanks for having me, and also Phil for introducing me to Crypticorn, for suggesting me as the new CMO. The last week we have seen so that we have very good effect and that we can work good together. So I'm happy with that. So my name is Darren. I am the CEO of DSQ Solutions. I have been I started crypto in 2017. Started like most of like everyone else, you start because of a Bitcoin price surging up and you're like, whoa, what is this? This is something new. Well, for me, it was like that. And I started trading. You fall a lot in the beginning. You need to fall and learn. Unfortunately, to really understand crypto, to really understand trading and what you're doing. So I went through the first phase of learning, I think maybe 2 years, 3 years. And eventually I started to understand trading. I started to understand projects. I started to filter out different kind of projects. Then I became like an investor, because before that I was like a gambler because I didn't know what to do. And then I started to learn how we call it Dior. And then I started investing in serious projects. And when I invest in a project, I support. And my support was always pretty, how should I say, it was like in excess, and that was noticed by teams. And then they asked if I wanted to be on the team in several projects. And I immediately said yes. I like challenges, so I just entered teams and started as an admin here. Then like another role somewhere else, and eventually general manager. But in these teams, I have seen the developers work, and I'm an observer. I learn quick, and I saw everyone did their own thing, and I've seen many projects, their team function or also dysfunction because some did not work out. That's just how it goes. Not every team is a great team, but at least if they're trying, so I respect that. But I took from every team, I took my lessons, my observations. And eventually I started to learn so much. I became in charge of a development department of a project. And there things went well for me, but on the project itself, I didn't like how it was going, because for me, some things didn't make sense. I got a problem that everything must be precise and perfect. Maybe it's a good problem, but not many people appreciate that when you're giving feedback to the developer, because they see themselves as the hierarchy of, the owner, and they know best. And in my opinion, this is not right. So then I left this project where I was in charge of the development, and I was the general manager, and I was like, you know what? Why am I not going to launch my own project? And then I launched my own project, and it started as a meme. And then a hybrid of a meme and utility, because these changes is actually me finding out who I am, finding out what I am really interested in. A meme is fun, it's cool, you can make money, but it's not enough challenge, it's not serious enough. So eventually we went to a meme plus hybrid, meme plus utility hybrid, and then fully utility-centric project. developed some utilities. And eventually I found myself to keep developing utilities. We had one utility, 2, 3, 4, and it kept coming. And then I was like, hey, hold on. Why am I not going to offer a service of offering solutions in Web3 development, Web2 development, gaming, virtual reality, metaverses, bots, DeFi wallets, centralized exchanges, decentralized exchanges, blockchains, whatever, sky's the limit. Also development across 30 plus blockchains, and also like, for example, if there would be a pre-sale, we could connect 30 blockchains, so you could buy with 30 currencies. So why am I telling this in depth? Because so you know what kind of solutions we are working with. So yeah, that's basically what I do. Like I'm fully now in depth in technology, but on the course of doing all this, my project is 2 years old. I've learned a lot. I've networked a lot. I've filtered a lot of developers, a lot of people that had bad intentions, and now I'm surrounded by a very solid network. Very influential in the space, very trusted. Phil is one of them. He brought me here to Johannes, and me and Johannes, we just recently had a call, and he said like, we need to stick together for a long time. And I was like, yes, we will. So we are very alike. I really like the work ethic here, and that's why I will be working here as a CMO with utmost pleasure and a lot of excitement. And yeah, I'm very, very excited because there is this whole project with the AI is the future, and seeing how Johannes has developed this in 3 years, like preparing a project for 3 years, that is passion. That it goes beyond motivation and dedication. It's passion, because you hate to go to bed because you need to finish work, and you want to wake up early because you want to continue work. And that is passion, and those kind of people are the ones that are going to make it. And that is what I am seeing right now with Johannes, and I am very happy to join here and to aid wherever I can. Yes, I am the CMO, but I'm going to try to help wherever I can. And yeah, thanks for having me on board.
Perfect. Thank you so much for your introduction. And yeah, that was the change regarding the team. So Sarah's out, Darren is in, and as Darren pointed out, we have been already on a lot of talks. I think the longest was on Sunday night. We started at 11 p.m. ended somewhere around 2:30 a.m. And from then on, like, we have been on calls for 4 or 5 hours daily to make this new structure, start brainstorming and putting everything into shape. But before we go over to the marketing and the changes that we are going to propose, let's go over the updates regarding the development. Regarding the data miners, we, and especially Sahid, finished the Google Trends data miner. There has been a few changes, so we can save and request the data much faster. That was one of the issues we had in the past, that sometimes requesting data took too much time. So now it's more efficient, it is quicker, and we can make predictions much faster because we can scrape the data better. There's more plans also for decentralized exchanges. There's also a few developments that are going to happen in the next few weeks. Again, that will be with CryptoDate, our partner for all the decentralized stuff. And stocks Forex, it's still on here because I already said it in our token holder chat 3 days ago on Tuesday. 2 days. 2 days ago on Tuesday, I was on a call with the 2023 US stocks investing champion. And we talked about cryptocurrency as a strategy because his strategies are very similar to ours. Like we have the fundamental approach is very similar. So we had some synergies there, and now we are trying to see if those synergies could result in a partnership. So an US investing champion, I'm trying to get the US stocks investing champion as advisor into Crypticon so we can profit from each other, get his experience into Crypticon as well, because he has been working a lot with trend following strategies, and that's exactly what I've been saying about in the past that we are building on. Prediction dashboard. As you know, it's still in the development branch. Mate should push this very soon. So then we are going to have the update regarding the momentum prediction that has a longer time frame. And also the AI trading terminal where you can place the trades directly from the dashboard and you don't need to switch to the exchange or to other exchanges platforms. Besides that, we have onboarded Sebastian. He is from Brazil, if I'm not mistaken. We are in the testing phase with him as front-end developer. And he is currently also working on the front-end to speed up the whole process because the development of the front-end isn't so easy. So we are also trying to speed that up. Yeah. AI trading bots. Well, as I already told, I'm going to repeat a little bit for those that are new joining us for the first time. I mean, we are no more than 30 people here today. Crypticorn's AI trading bots are a combination of many different strategies. Not every strategy works perfect in every market. So, as I pointed out already, momentum trend following strategies work very well on trendy coins in a very trendy market. We don't have that always, so we need other strategies that take over and make good money when we are in a sidewalks market. Mean reversion, DCA, grid, or prediction-based, outliner, and so on. All these strategies are going to be combined, and then everyone can make small adjustments to their likings, so you can have your personal risk profile. That's what we are working on with our AI trading bots. And currently, the most challenging task is the trade execution engine. So you have your strategy, you have your AI that tells, hey, buy this coin at that price and that amount. But the problem is, it is more than that. Like, you have to handle a ton of exceptions, errors, and everything that can go wrong. I think Marty wanted to step in to explain a bit of that, our CTO. Are you ready, Marty? Do you want to step in?
Sure. I don't know why I'm tilted, but let's see. Okay, let's do it this way. So I just wanted to, I know this is kind of the question we get all the time. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining today's AMA. Regarding the AI trading bots, so this is like the #1 most requested feature, and we've been working extra hard for bringing this to life. I think we spent quite a bit of time on the design phase, and so basically the main challenge with this right now is figuring out how to set the position size in a meaningful way, and also accumulate profit over time and reinvest those funds. So I think I can go over the things that we have done so far. So we have means to save your exchange API keys, and we have the UI for that as well. So we can also execute trades on your behalf using those saved keys. And that is already kind of working and in place. And we encrypt those API keys to make sure that, they don't, even in case of a data leak, you can't decrypt them. So that's designed very well. So at this point in time, we're kind of experimenting with running multiple strategies in parallel, as Johannes shows on this slide, and making sure that it's kind of working in all of the edge cases, because the user can take many actions in their account, sort of withdraw funds as they please, and we want to make sure that the front end is designed in an intuitive way, so you can go in and fix things, and ideally you can just click one button and let it sit for a while and set some kind of fixed amount that you want the trading bot to invest. So we'll continue to work on putting these trading strategies in. We'll start with a very simple one, which is going to be the momentum trading, I believe. And then we'll slowly launch more and more strategies as we gather feedback from the community.
Perfect. The one other might wonder why we are making all those changes, or why we need to handle so many errors. That has many causes. One of them is, if the AI trading bots aren't working as they should, they don't make money. We saw there are black swan events where in a few minutes the market can go down 10, 20%. And in any of those cases, the AI trading bots need to work. if there are any errors occurring on the exchanges because of that volatility, the bot needs to handle those errors on their own and decide in the right way what to do. On the other side, if we wouldn't handle all these errors, well, in the end, we would end up with many users that close trades manually, that withdraw funds and so on. We would only be or become the customer support. So we want to make sure that these errors don't occur and they are displayed to the user that they can take actions themselves, and that not the team needs to step in and waste their time on fixing errors that a user produces. Because, I mean, you know it. The majority of you know me from my former project, and that's what I've learned. You need to make the program, the trading, as customer friendly as possible, and to avoid any error that occurs, try to handle that the best way. And if there occurs an error anyway, make sure that the user understands and that the error can be solved on its own by the user. And that's what we want to do. So I think, Marty, in our last discussion, we said that we need around 1 month to finish the whole trade execution engine. We are currently we are very likely starting with KuCoin, BingX, and as you have seen over the last week, I would say, Hyperliquid. Why are we looking at Hyperliquid? What is Hyperliquid? I guess that caused some confusion. Hyperliquid is a decentralized futures exchange. And that solves a lot of problems. For everyone that is or needs to do KYC, on Hyperliquid you don't. It is decentralized, so everyone can trade futures there. And that is the best solution for everyone that is, or needs to do KYC. And if you do KYC, you can't just trade futures like on Binance. I think Bybit, also for the European, is very hard to get onto that end for the Americans. So with Hyperliquid, we solve a lot of these issues. So we're trying to get these 3 exchanges started, and then we are having one exchange, Hyperliquid, that can be used by everyone. We're also in talks with another decentralized futures exchange. They're working on Base. They are very, very new at trying to get a partnership with them. They have been promoting Crypticorn under, not saying our name because it's not official yet, but it will be very soon, as we are the first that are testing their test API. And then we have the next decentralized futures exchange that allows everyone to trade futures, so we can go long and especially can profit from falling prices by going short, which allows us to offer different trading strategies where you need to be long and short at the same time. So there's a lot of more to come. And Martin said it takes us 1 month to finish the trade execution engine, and then 1-2 weeks of testing, bug fixes, checking that everything works, trying to produce as many errors as possible so we make sure that everything works flawless. That's our goal. And so we said it takes around, all in all, 2 months till we have it ready where we can say everyone can use it. There will be a testing phase before, because I know many of you want to get started, you want to try it yourself, and you wouldn't want to support us with feedback that we are then going to implement again. Because that's always one of the questions we are getting a lot, backtesting results. We have been working on many different strategies. Marty already pointed out trend following on the daily, on lower time frames, on multiple assets. So we have been testing a lot, and there is not the final strategy yet, because we know we have time till the trade execution engine is ready. So we have time to develop the strategies, make them better, include more machine learning, AI, deep learning techniques to make the most of it. And that's what we are doing essentially. So here's one of the results that we have been showing in the past, but there's also a few more. Like, for example, this one, trading only Ethereum. And the one other question that we had in the past is like, why you need to test so much? Why do you need to make so many backtests? We are not trying to get the best ROI. That might sound weird a little bit at the first place. We are trying to make those strategies robust, and that means that they are going to perform in any environment. So we need to make sure that these strategies are robust, they are not overfitted, and they work on the new data that no one knows where it is going to be. If we would optimize for the highest ROI, we would completely overfit the strategy. You see that all around on X, on GitHub, wherever you want. You see that completely overfitted, and those strategies never work in test. So we need to make sure that those strategies are working robust and that they are making money. Besides that, why I'm always talking about, for example, multi-asset strategies. We will never know which coins will perform best in the future. Like we had Luna in the past, we all know how that ended. It crashed to zero. And also, myself, I'm a big Litecoin fan. You can see that below. The black line is Litecoin. The red line is a simple trend following strategy on Litecoin. And we never know if one of the tokens that we are trading is going to make a new all-time high. So if we say we are going to trade only Solana, we don't know if the Solana is tomorrow's Litecoin. So we need to make sure that we are trading multiple assets and that we reduce the risk and diversify across multiple assets, that we reduce the risk to make the most returns in the future from the coins that will be performing the best. And Litecoin is a very good example for that. Because I'm a big Litecoin fan, I got paid in Litecoin in the past, and I'm still holding my Litecoin, sadly though. And that was, around that time. So the backtest shows perfectly my buy and hold performance. So the black line is essentially me, my buy and hold performance of Litecoin. I'm really down 50% on that. If I would have started back then in the days with the trading strategies, I would still be up around 80%. And that's much better than my minus 50% I'm right now at. So we need to trade multiple assets in order to avoid this risk and be in profit in the future, and not like I with my buy and hold on Litecoin having a negative impact. So that's why we are doing so many tests and need to make sure it really works and also works in the futures where we don't know what is going to happen. And last but not least, regarding the topic of AI trading bots, we have been testing very simple strategies, so no AI involved yet. Just to show you how much is possible, because people are asking how much can I make? Well, it depends on the strategy for sure. So what you can see here, starting in 2020, in comparison to BTC buy and hold, we have been trading a universe of the top 50 market cap, and from that, the 5 most trendiest coins on a daily time frame. And you can see Bitcoin made about 700%, and at the same time, well, the strategy would have been making more than 8,000% at the same time. Why? Bitcoin is getting less volatile over time, and everyone knows that. I mean, every one of you has been placing at least one trade. You bought Bitcoin, Litecoin, Solana, whatever. So you know that many coins are moving like Bitcoin, but they're more volatile. So they're moving more up and more down. So we can use Bitcoin, trade in the same direction as Bitcoin, but on other coins that are moving more and make more returns. And that's why this multi-asset backtesting tool that Danny and I have been developing is so essential for the upcoming future. Last but not least, regarding the AI, very shortly, I mean, not that many changes. AI 1.4 and 1.5 are still working. One of our token holders told us about some bias in 1.5. We are going to check that. And then, if needed, do a retraining on those coins. So both are working. I would say it's a little bit of a personal thing. Which one you like more? I mean, we have seen our Mr. Smith, who has been very successful in 1.5. I think the last winning streak of him was 12 trades or 11 trades in a row wins, only made by AI, no additional indicators. So we are going to have a traders talk with him. He is going to come on cam, talk with us, explain his strategy, how he is using the AI to his advantage and how he's profitable. That is for every active trader. So you can get to know his strategy, understand how he has been trading with the AI for the future. And as said already, trend prediction 1.0 is waiting for the update on the dashboard so everyone can use that as well. DEX AI, that is currently on hold because we don't have the resource, we don't have the time to work on that. And right now, I wouldn't recommend to use them because there isn't that volume in the market. When we started, like 2 months ago, we had many more good coins. But right now, there's almost no volume there. And that's a little bit of an issue. So we need to put in work again. So this is a little bit on hold because the majority of you want to have the AI trading bots for centralized or decentralized futures exchanges. And that's where we are putting our resources currently in, because that's what 90%, maybe 95% of you really want to trade and really want to do. Hive AI, that's the topic Timon has been working on. So the decentralized AI that we're working on, and we are very close to the first beta testing where developers can get the data that Crypticon is already collecting, Binance, on-chain, sentiment, news, and so on, perfectly prepared for everyone that is out there that needs the data, is very good with AI, and wants to use our data as well for their own models, for their own trainings. That is an additional revenue stream, and it will be the future of the decentralized AI that will keep Crypticon ahead of everyone else. And we're very close to the beta. I'm very happy about that. And as soon as it is out, we're going to inform you. Now is the interesting part. Marketing, and there are a few changes that we need to take, and we are going to explain that to you. First of all, let's get started with the financials. As usual, currently we are sitting on 112K, 30K in stables, the rest is in ETH, BNB, and PUL, the new magic. That was one of the reasons our data miners crashed a few days ago. If you saw that, AI went offline on that coin because they changed the name. So we had to get active and change that everywhere as well in order to make it work again. With our current monthly expenses, that is for the next 5 to 6 months, 40K, that means we can make sure that the development, the utility, is being developed as it should. So that development is completely secure and is ongoing as it should. So, and as you can see, servers, website infrastructure, API access, roundabout, 2 to 3K, really depends. And then for sure, Side as our full-time backend developer. Usually full-time at Crypticon means 60 to 100 hours a week. So we are very happy to be having Side on board and that he is taking care of all the backend infrastructure regarding the data miner to make sure we have the data we need in order to perform everything, backtest, AI development, and so on. Tokenomics. We have been talking about that in the past. If you remember, I have been talking about change of tokenomics, more having a carrot and stick approach back then, but we didn't go further with that. So, as said, I've been in talks with Darren, like we have been talking about this topic 20 hours or more. Phil has been on the calls. We have been talking with QLs of other groups and so on. And we decided to make changes here. We need to. I mean, you all see that the ICO wasn't going as it should. First of all, there wasn't quite a volume in the market, and people haven't been looking so for utility projects. I mean, you saw that Pump.fun, they made huge profits, like only through their fees, 100 million in 6 months. And people have been more looking for meme coins for the quick, pump and dump, you could say. And in the discussion we had with a few of them, we saw that the vesting was one of the major issues that people don't want it, like having a 10 or 12 months lockup period. So we are going to change that. We say that there's no more vesting besides the team and QLs, and we are going to replace this vesting through rewards. There will be a 2 reward system. One of them will be staking rewards, 3 tiers, so you can lock up your tokens 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, and then get an APY. So instead of having you waiting to get your tokens, you get them, all of them, and you're getting rewarded for holding. So instead of just being in that vesting and you need to wait for your tokens to be unlocked, you can decide it yourself. What do you want to do? And on top of that staking, we are going to have airdrops. For airdrops, for everyone that is holding, we are giving out tokens. So we are going to change the system from forced vesting to a carrot and stick approach that will attract many more buyers, many more investors into Crypticorn, and that will help us with the whole, or building the whole ecosystem, the whole utility. One of the changes we are going to do on top is we are going to change the buy-sell taxes. Currently, we are having a maximum of 2%. 2% buy taxes, 2% sell taxes. To make sure that new people that are going to onboard it or going to buy the Crypticorn token, we are going to increase the sell taxes. So we are trying to incentivize the holding. So we are going to very likely to start with a 2% buy taxes, 8% sell taxes. So everyone that is in the current vesting is better off because you're getting rewards, you can stake your tokens, and you're getting airdrops. And everyone that wants to sell early, well, that one has an 8% sell tax that we can then use for LP, staking rewards, and so on. That is one of the changes we do. And we need a new token for that because once you have deployed a contract on the blockchain, you can't change that. And our current contract has a maximum sell tax and buy tax of 2%. So that's why we are going to change the token. That is no big deal. And you won't notice much of that. We're going to inform you about everything, about the changes. Once the new token is live, then you're getting them airdropped and so on. With the token, we need to do another change. We said that we are going to launch by end of the month, and we can't do that. We have been discussing a lot with all the QRs and so on. The problem is, if we would launch right now, the market isn't there. So we wouldn't have the volume on the buy side, so there wouldn't be any buyers. And with the current vesting, we would start with a market cap of under 50K, so very, very low. And the current market sentiment isn't there. And that would result in everyone making a huge loss if you want to sell, or the chart being completely dead because there wouldn't be any volume. So we decided that we are going to push the launch or postpone the launch by around about 2 months. We want to have the AI trading bots ready for the launch because that's what the majority is waiting for, because that's the main utility of Crypticorn, and that is the main buying pressure for Crypticorn. At the same time, with the changes like no investing, we can get more people on board that had an eye on Crypticorn but abstained because of the vesting, because they don't want their tokens to be locked up 10 months or more. And with all those changes, we are going to postpone the launch by around about 2 months. Once the AI trading bots are ready, we are going to launch. If the market is right, I have to say that again, because we want everyone to succeed with Crypticorn. You're all holders. We're all sitting in the same boat. And we really want that the chart is going up. And if the market isn't there, as it is right now, I mean, look at the on-chain data. There isn't any volume in ETH. And people are looking for some quick meme coins. Then everyone wouldn't be better, or the majority wouldn't make a profit from that. And we want everyone to be successful. So in 2 months, we will be re-evaluating the situation and make the decision. If the market looks better, I mean, in September, we all know is always a bad month. BTC historically has ever been red. And in 2 months, we are going to re-evaluate and then make the final decision. We're also going to include you this time, and then decide if you're going to launch or if we are going to postpone the launch again to have a better market in which we are launching, because we want to be successful and we want to get this project behind 100 million market cap. So everyone gets a big profit, and that would mean getting Crypticorn's AIC token above $1 per AIC. That's our goal, and we want to achieve that together. And right now we don't have the market. That's why we need to do those changes and adapt to our current market situation. During that time, we won't be inactive. No. Now is the time for Darren to step in. We have been talking about a lot about marketing, about the things that we are going to do. And now, Darren, your part regarding...
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Before I'm going to start, I want to just touch on the last part you said. I 100% agree. In this market, it would definitely not be clever to launch, because you got one launch, and this project, there is 3 years of development behind it. There is so much hours of work, so much efforts. It would be like it would be a waste to launch in this market and to let the launch be hurt because of the market condition, and it's not strategic at all. So you taking this decision is a very major plus, because what we currently see is rotating money in the market. So the people that have already been in this bear market for a very long time, and they're just rotating money where the money is. And currently that is some utility project, but mostly in memes. You just spoke about it, this pump platform. They made 100 million revenue, but that's the revenue. Imagine how many projects have launched there. So people are just chasing where the money is. But as you know, the development is still needs like 1 or 2 months. So, and you want also like functioning products, right? Because that's what Crypticorn stands for. And when you launch, it's good to show the product, because the first impression is very important. So I like this approach. At the same time, we allow the market to play out, hopefully to turn green, where fresh blood will enter. And when I entered crypto, or anyone else that will enter crypto because the market is turning green and they're gaining interest, it gives more. It's more logical to invest in a utility project than a meme. Like the new people that just get in, they're like, why would I invest in a dog or a frog? Like these people will be like, I want a utility. Like this appeals more to me, right? This attracts me more because this is an investment. And I just entered crypto because the market's turning green. Everyone's speaking about it. And then you have another thing, it's AI, and AI is the future. So that is a very big plus for when the market turns green. AI is the future. That's inevitable. We see it all around us. And what you have developed here from scratch is very impressive. So it would really be a pity to see this be heard just because of a market condition and because of the wrong investment mentality, gamble mentality. And the best part is, like, I'm going to speak about the marketing, by the way. I just want to say this. The best part is, there is a very big plus that we had the vesting before, because by having the vesting, you don't have these quick buck gamblers. You have people that really study the project and have invested, and they don't care about their vesting period because they care about the utility, about the potential in the future. So basically, the foundation of the project is already very strong and very potential because of this foundation of investors. And that is why also by removing the vesting, we have almost no fear of seeing big dumps, because these people are not like that. I'm not saying there will not be sales, but it's going to be less likely. I just wanted to add that to it, as well as from the marketing, to market in the green market is much better to market in a red market, because it's just so much harder. You're going to spend so much more money. Just out of past experience, very recently, there is some people in here that have been with me. Not gonna call the project's name. A client that we are working for, we did marketing. They just launched also fully utilized project, no meme. We spent $50,000 on the launch, and nothing happened. Nothing happened. And that same money, I have used the same marketing. Like a year and a half ago, and I made 110x. So this experience, this most recent experience, we're speaking of a month, we are taking with us to Crypticorn and apply here to avoid wasting money and going in a direction that doesn't lead to anywhere. All right. The points that you guys are seeing right here, completely new marketing strategy we will have. And this is just what I spoke of, because if I wouldn't have that recent experience, I would use that marketing strategy and we would be wasting money. So that is a very big plus for Crypticorn. We got new marketing packages from my network. And we're speaking of 850 bundles, which I'm going to go over in depth. Marketing statistics for tracking of efficiency. What do I mean with this? We will create a dashboard for Crypticorn, and the marketing we do, we will track the traffic. So we see the numbers, and numbers don't lie. Based on these numbers, we can track what has effect, what doesn't have effect, what is worth doing over, and what we can skip to move on to the next marketing event. You see another thing, heading to Thailand for networking in November. So before I joined Crypticorn, I already planned to go to Thailand with Phil. There is going to be 10 events. I'm going to be there for my own with the booth and everything. But there's 10 events. I'm not going to be there on all 10 events. So it's probably going to be 2 or 3 days presenting my own. And the rest of the days I can use to network there for Crypticorn. So about that, I will also speak in depth. We're also going to have a campaign starting with venture capitalists and angel investors to get them on board, because they are not hard to get your hands on with an AI based project like Crypticorn. So much easier, because these people, they do what they do for a reason, because they catch the right startups, and that is what they invest in. We're also, by the way, going to create a whole new pitch deck for this, like very nicely done, professional. And this pitch deck will be used to approach these venture capitalists or angel investors. Yeah, aligning market with marketing conditions. We just spoke about that. This is also something I'm going to cover in a bit. Marketing pre and post launch, spaces and AMAs will be coming, and content creation is also an addition. So as per my role as CMO, I have set up a plan for Crypticorn to move forward with the marketing. We are going to use a completely new marketing strategy and apply this to Crypticorn at the right time, because the right timing is very valuable to avoid wasting money. So as Johannes explained already, we are going to restructure a lot of Crypticorn, and with that comes a customized marketing plan. And nowadays influencers have little to no effect due to the large amount of tokens being launched, which mostly are memes and fill 999 out of 1,000 times. I want to say 99,000 out of 100 times, but you get the point. If not more, these failures have been called by these influencers, and that is why the effect of these influencers have decreased. There's just so many projects that they call nowadays, so many projects that launch and mostly fail, so their credibility decreases, from which the old marketing strategy does not work. People just do not know what call to follow with a call. I mean, the projects that they call, and they're just being extremely cautious or even confused with investing. And I don't blame them. Like, there's too much around. Now, this does not count for all influencers, all right? There are some with major effect, and especially for utility projects, because these influencers, the audience of these influencers, they are investors. They are not gamblers. And Crypticorn is going to aim for these influencers when the time comes for these influencers to start promoting Crypticorn. I don't know if I'm allowed to say, but I'm not going to go in depth, but there are already some talks with some of these influencers, and these are very effective. I did not know them. I didn't find them. The Johannes has found them himself, and it's very promising. So that's a very, very big plus. It's also important to do marketing in the right order to see more effect. Something that we are also applying for what we're actually doing right now for our current client. It's like, let's take press releases, ads, and influencers. So just as an example, the right order for using these 3 marketing events would be as following. You push the press releases, you activate the ads, then you get the influencers to call. Once the influencers call, people will start looking at Crypticorn. Then once they do, they will see more articles, which shows that Crypticorn can be seen on more than just one place, and this will cause the investor to start feeling interested. Then this will be noticed by the ads algorithm by seeing the user's browsing behavior. Then when the investor visits certain platforms, the ads will get triggered because he just looked Crypticorn up. It's the same like if you're going to look up for a new coffee machine, look it up on Google and then start browsing. You're going to see coffee machines everywhere. So what I want to say is, like, the right order of doing marketing is also very important out of it. Now, to continue, the marketing approach for Crypticorn will be customized. Okay, so we get the most effect out of it. We will, for example, get banner ads on the most visited crypto websites, not one, but several ones. And we keep track of all the data, as just mentioned, so we can see if they are worth doing them over, and we will just calculate by we will just do some calculations on our end, and then we will track everything. Everything will be saved in the database. So we're really taking a very professional approach, and this will definitely have effect, especially in a green market when we're going to market Crypticorn. And I'm sure in a green market it will be just much easier to market a utility project. And as soon as this gains momentum with the right marketing, then everything becomes much easier. Everyone wants to work with you. The marketing packages that we have more than 850 plus marketing packages. All right. So let me just give you a few examples. We got banner ads. Okay. So you're going to see banner ads on maybe 10, 15 websites, crypto websites at once. We can see the daily views, the clicks. This is very exciting. We're already tracking from another project that is using it right now, and the numbers are very positive. I've showed it to Johannes as well. He's immediately said, "Let's get it right now." I said, "No, let's wait for the right moment." For example, top 50 Reddit profile posts, top 5 trending on all of them for 1 week. Billboards all around the world, SpaceX, Las Vegas, more than 20 airports, New York Times Squares. I'm just mentioning what we can get our hands on, all right, as an example of these 850 different marketing events that we can do. Airplane marketing, airplanes flying over major cities for hours with the project's banner, hot air balloon marketing, taxi wrapping, bus stops, you name it, crypto.com, deck screener ads, and other platforms trending. Like basically we can get every platform trending. We can even get X trending, like our hashtag trending on X worldwide. Like this is the reach of the marketing that we can have with Crypticorn. These marketing efforts, they come once the project is aligned with the right timing, which we have now covered 2 or 3 times. It's just very important to understand. We can spend $10,000 and have the same effect as spending $100,000. That's just the mentality that you need to have, and that's what the right strategy will cost. So we will also have the dashboard, as I said, and this will track all the marketing, and this will improve all the marketing as well. Not only will we do the marketing, we will also reach out, as Johannes has covered already, to people that are traders to help us with or improve where needed with the marketing strategies for the utilities, which is also very important because Johannes can, for example, have his knowledge, but there's always someone better. Don't get me wrong, Johannes. Like people doing championships, trading championships, reaching out to these people, get them on board, observe the trading bots, and also let them improve. This is also a sort of a campaign that we're going to do. And about Thailand, it's really going to be effective because Phil really knows. It's not just me going there blindly, and I would do that. It's not a problem, but I'm going there because Phil has recommended that. He said, like, if you want to network, if you want to meet really serious people there for your network, you should really come with me. And he will also introduce me to a lot of people. But beside that, I'm pretty sure that we will also meet other people and that they will also meet Phil, so that Phil's network will also grow. So like, these are the opportunities. Just let me give you an example. I went in April to Dubai, and I went there for 21 days. The network that I grew there in 21 days took me 4 years here in this living room. And that is the effect of reaching out, going to these events, and just actively start looking for whatever helps. It's like very, very crucial. And it's not just angel investors or venture capitalists. It's also partnerships. Maybe there's another project that wants to partner up. Centralized exchanges is going to be an aim. There are always centralized exchanges present on these events, and we will definitely we will step up, and we will, like, face to face, we will introduce Crypticorn, and we will speak about the utility and why they should let it be used on the exchanges. And think about it, the more exchanges, I already see it in front of me, there's going to be a lot of exchanges onboarded, or we are going to be onboarded on a lot of exchanges. The more exchanges there are, and the product will be on, the more revenue Crypticorn will gain. The more revenue Crypticorn will gain, the more it can work on its products and improve to a higher extent. And not only that, the more marketing and the more everything, like with funds, you can, sky's the limit. And I think as we proceed, doors will open. But for now, what I just have explained, this is the first door that we're opening. This is the first approach. And I think this is really the right way to approach. As well as spaces and AMAs. Johannes has already done a lot of them, as I have understood, but they have outdated information because he just updated that there will be changes on the smart contract and the vesting and with the staking. So all of these people that have listened to Johannes in the past, they need to be re-informed. So we're going to go all over these AMAs and spaces again. Plus, we're going to approach a new host where we will be presenting everything. And these ones will have also more effect, in my opinion, because now we have a more clear agenda on when the products will approximately finish, and the launch will be afterwards. And we just have a more, how would I say? I'm not saying that you're not confident, Johannes, but we have a more confident approach. Like now we are 100% sure how we're going to approach it. We can explain the marketing, we can explain how everything will roll out. So not only that, when they will be, because Johannes has covered that already, definitely a lot of people have been maybe scared of the vesting. And still, even though that I still think the raise has been really like a lot for a utility project in this market. And I think this is because it stands out in what it's offering. But with the vesting being removed, I anticipate like this time to have much more people to enter the pre-sale in the project for as far as they can before it fails, and to have even more effect from these spaces and AMAs. And the last part I want to cover is last two parts is that the marketing will be pre and post launch. And this is very important because that also shows the intention of the project and the seriousness of it. Because if you're going to market pre and post launch, it means like you are willing to spend before you even know how your chart is going to be, how your launch is going to be. It means you're serious. It means you're confident and you know what you're offering and you really want the word out. So pre-launch is very important to do, pre-launch marketing, and of course post-launch marketing. So we market and create buying pressure, launch and keep that buying pressure, especially in a green market, which will multiply the buying pressure by a lot. With everything what I just have said and all the marketing efforts that will happen, I already have explained to you guys who I am and what we do, actually, what I do with my business. Every marketing effort will come with high quality content, and this is something that then I will be aiding with Crypticorn. So with that being said, I hope I have covered everything for you guys. And if not, you can always ask when the time for questions come.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And that's, almost the ending. Let me quickly summarize everything we have been talking about in the last 50 minutes. First of all, the most important change, Sarah's out and Darren is in as new CMO, taking over the whole marketing aspect, as he just explained, putting everything in the right order, managing the new white paper that we are going to change because of the new tokenomics. The vesting is going to get out. We are exchanging it with a carrot and stick approach that is a 2-tier reward system based on a staking and airdrops for the holders, in combination with a postponed launch based on the development for the iTrading bot, because that's what the major utility of Crypticon. We see that Mr. Smith was doing a lot of good trades using that AI, but not everyone has the time to sit behind the screen all day. So the majority is waiting for that automated trading bot. It has been, very challenging to get this done. I mean, I said that before, getting such a trade execution engine externally built costs you more than 500K. And that's what we are currently building as a 2, maybe 3-man team. And once that is ready, we can execute all the strategies that we're currently building. And that in combination with the postman launch, with the new token, will then help push Crypticorn where it should be. And that's what we are going to do. That's what we are going to pursue, because Crypticorn is a $1 billion project. But in the current market, we won't be getting there because there are no buyers for the utility. There's not the volume and not the market sentiment. So we had to make the choice between launching by end of the month and then dumping our project, dumping the AIC token where no one has a reward on, or pushing that a few months into the future when the market has changed, when we have the main utility ready and the token and the tokenomics aligned with the current market sentiment. And that's what we're going to do. And Darren is now the new CMO on the team to help push forward the whole marketing aspect. And that will go step by step in a structured and ordered manner to make the most of every dollar that we spend, and then we can gain actual traffic on the project, on the AIC token and the whole ecosystem that we are currently building. And that ecosystem will result in passive profits from trading for everyone that is currently involved. And not to mention, as we are going to push the launch into the future, you are still having your 3 months plus the ICO time where you can use everything we do. So the utility is going live, the AI trading bot that you're all waiting for is going live, and you can use that for a longer time without the need to pay for the performance that we are going to deliver you. And then you're having the first month of passive profits without the need to pay for it. And that's the summary of today's AMA. And now we are going to open for the questions. I already saw a few questions in the chat. I'm going through those questions. I'm going to answer them. Then we are going to stop the recording. Then I guess we're a little bit over 1 hour. And then if someone wants to come on the mic, have additional questions, or also in the chat, feel free to ask them, and the team will answer them. First of all, first question, are these 5 strategies working together? Yes, that's the main approach. Like, easy example on the trend following, there is, for the ones, not everyone is the same. So there will be long only strategies where you are buying and selling only, and there will be long and short. And the change will be based on different market regime filters where you're completely long or completely short, and then in combination with the other strategies like mean reversion, breakout, and so on. So it's not up to you to switch. You're making your initial bet or your initial settings because those strategies have a different risk profile. You make those settings, and then that's it. And you don't need to take care of anything besides, if you want, changing the allocation to adjust it for the strategies risk profile to your own. Next question from Michael: Will be there a description of difference between strategies with pros, cons, so that one can select the one which suits best for one's situation? Yes, for sure. And also to answer the next question right away with it, there will be a lot of explanation to it. We also plan to add some strategy builder where you see the P&L ratio based on the combination of strategies that you're currently selecting with your allocation. On top of that, there will be very many explanations, videos on top, so you understand what strategy has its pros, has its cons, and so on, and also the differences. That's everything of that will be explained in an easy and clear manner, so everyone knows what he's doing, because that's what we want to do. Besides just offering trading bots, also the education part is very important, because if you don't understand what you're doing, you won't succeed. So we are making sure that what we are offering can be understood by you. So there will be enough of that. From Crypto PR, suggest a heavy risk range for various investments, low risk with more stables, or to medium with stables, ETH, Bs, to high risk, degen. Yes, that's exactly what I said. So based on your settings, on your personal risk profile, you can change between lower risk and also some more degen strategies where the focus is really on high returns, or the highest returns possible, the most aggressive strategy, and where you're not looking on or where the drawdown isn't important for you personally, for us it is, so you can make your decision. What is the percent given for airdrops for long-term holders? That hasn't finally decided yet. That is still up for discussion. That's why we said when we can't finalize everything right now, because that's what Darren and I, Phil, and the rest of the team need to decide. It is, you could say, a mixture of the remaining tokens that we are then going to put into the staking and the airdrops and the revenue streams of Crypticorn. So not 100% decided, but as soon as we laid out the plan in a little bit more detail, we are going to publish that to you so you understand that. But in comparison to the vesting that we are now abolishing, you're getting now a return. So that's the much better option also from my perspective. Michael, from which sources do the airdrops are coming? How does Crypticorn get the airdrops? Yeah, that's like what I just said. We have additional revenue streams, unsold tokens at the end that will then go used for the APY staking and the airdrops. From Corin, are you considering something like a debit card to cash out trading profits? And from Suki, because I made the joke a few days ago, no, we are not going to offer that. We are the ones that are making a passive return, a passive income, but how you cash that out, that's still up to you. So you can withdraw your funds at any time from your centralized or decentralized exchange and put it into someone else that is offering that debit card cash out thing. And from Andrew, why is there so little attention paid to DEX? Well, there isn't paid little attention to DEX. There are a few causes. First of all, currently we don't have the resources. Our current resources are focused on what the majority wants, and that is the automation, the AI trading bots. Besides that, one of the things where decentralized or new token launches lack is the volume that you can get into them. If a project launches at 50K or 100K market cap, you can get in $100, maybe $200, it depends. So that is a thing that is not for the broad majority of Crypticorn holders. So we shifted the focus and our current resources that we have on the AI trading bots because that is what the majority wants. How will this marketing program be paid for? Worldwide marketing is expensive from crypto PR. That's what we said. So we are going to build that step by step. Depending with the new tokenomics, the white paper changes, we are sure that we can now attract more ICO buyers while developing the main utility. So we are going to do that step by step. Press releases that Darren has been talking about, they're going to be published through a friend, through the friend of CryptoDate, because he owes me a favor. So that's free for us. And based on that, we are start building with our AMAs, community activity, everything that Darren just said is going to build on top of that. And as we get more in, we can increase the marketing and then get more eyes on Crypticorn.
Can I add one small thing to that?
Sure, at any time.
Okay, so you are right. Worldwide marketing is expensive, but this person that I know, I was like, when I was in Dubai, like we have worked 10 days next to each other with our laptops. He did his thing, I did my thing, but we are friends, like very close friends right now. Like we trust each other a lot. Like when he needs, for example, like 15K, 20K quickly because he doesn't have his ledger, I transfer it, and he same for me. Like there's a very special bond between us. So what I want to say with this is, if you would have your project and you would want a marketing package, you would get it for 50K. I would get it for example, for 15K. That's like much more cheaper. So that's one of the things that has a very big effect on how we're going to afford all of the marketing. And not only that, I've also explained that we're going to approach venture capitalists and angel investors. And I'm pretty sure we're at least going to get one, in my opinion, because with this project, that's basically what they look for, projects like this. And if we do the right presentation, we will get them in, which is more money and which we can spend on marketing. Please, sorry, you can continue.
No, perfect. That's what I want you to do. In case there's marketing question, feel free to interrupt me at any time. And then there's a question in the German community: are there more changes in the tokenomics, like the maximum number of tokens, buybacks, and burns? No, maximum number of tokens stays the same. So the contract, the AIC contract, will be very, very similar to the one we have right now. Right now, we can't set the taxes higher than 2%, and a few of the early investors are stuck, you have to say stuck, in the pre-sale contract, because that's all on the blockchain. We can't change that. Once deployed, it is there, and you can't change the code. And that's why we need to deploy a new smart contract, which is the new token. And those changes, there won't be that much. So it's mainly the taxes that we can adjust only to downside as before. And that's it. Like, there are not that many changes. So everything very similar. Then from Michael, another trading related question: how do you define risk for the bots? Is there risk of losing the whole funds or just having different heights of temporary drawdowns? The risk is defined a little bit different from everyone. What we are going to do is we display the results of the backtesting, like maximum ROI, yearly APY, maximum drawdown, Sharpe ratio, Statine ratio, all the parameters that you need to know. And based on that, you can decide which strategies to combine in which manner. Because I can't tell you which do you think is low risk and which is high risk. That you need to do on your own. Because for me, my low risk might be different from yours. Also depending on how much funds you have in total. So that's a personal thing, and we are going to give you all the data, all the metrics you need, so you can define your risk on your own. Simple example, your definition of low risk would be maximum drawdown of 15% a year. Then you're going to adjust your strategy for that. Besides that, yeah, there are always the risks of drawdowns. I know there's a lot of bullshit around on X, on GitHub, wherever you see that there are people making like perfect trading strategies where the P&L looks like a straight line up. That's not the truth. Those guys that are publishing these have no idea about trading, and they want to lure you in some masterclass or some other scam. There are always drawdowns. Those drawdowns can be a few weeks, depending on strategy. For example, trend following. If there's no trend, how do you want to make money from that? Mean reversion is different. Lower ROI, lower drawdown, and lower drawdown periods. That's just the difference of the trading strategies, and that's why I said that you need to define for yourself what do you want, and Crypticorn is offering the tools for you to do so. Then, from my good friend, the manager, are there plans for cross-chain staking or expanding a staking model to other blockchain ecosystems? And will the staking rewards model evolve in the future to include other DeFi or yield-generating opportunities? That's not yet finally decided. We have built the whole structure yet, and also for the staking, we currently have thought about this 3-tier system. What we are going to build on top of that is going to be discussed in the next few days, where we are going to finalize everything, and then we are going to update the white paper accordingly. But if you are having some good ideas where you think that we could improve our staking, feel free to reach out to us and let us know about your ideas. Then we are very happy to discuss them with you. Another question: will there be a swap in the app? Will it be possible to send USDT in different networks? Yes, for sure. I mean, at the future, there's going to be a swap option. Our friend from CryptoDate already has such a nice bridge option, a Telegram bot where you can bridge from the one to the other token, and that's very likely that will be very likely integrated into our Crypticorn dashboard. So you are having the easiest the best option to swap between bridges, especially when it comes to futures trading decentralized exchanges. Hyperliquid, for example, is on Arbitrum. So you need USDC on Arbitrum. The other exchange, decentralized future exchange, we are in talks with, they are on Base Chain. So we are going to have the bridge. So for you, it is very easy to swap between all those different coins. and get your funds where you want them to be. Perfect. I think then that's it for the recording part. Someone else has a question, wants to come on voice, anything to add? Darren, Marty, if you're happy, then I am happy. Then I would close the recording and we are going over to the not recorded part. If there is anything else that people want to know or ask.
No, I got something for the non-recording part.
Perfect. Then, thanks everyone for your time. And we are going to put that on YouTube so you can watch the recording. Thank you so much for joining us here today in today's AMA. And see you in the next one. Bye.